Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy. Home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. Great anticipation for a matchup that's only grown as the season has progressed. Now, a top 5 showdown. Both teams trying to make a strong statement here in the midseason. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Buckeyes will kick this away to get us going. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. It'll bring up second down.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Moving past the 25. Brought down to the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
The Sooners line up on 1st and 10 now. He hands it off from the gun.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A horrible field position to start the drive, but they just march right down the field and get points.
Chris, this offensive coordinator deserves a raise after that opening drive. The way they orchestrated this inside their own 15 to come away with points, impressive.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
That means the score, Oklahoma 7, Ohio State 0.
And here's the return from inside the 5.
Returner brings it out to the 19. And for Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Looking downfield, it's Flores. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Important 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Handoff, here comes the jet sweep. And that's a solid gain before the defense have to bring him down.
Man, these jet sweeps are dangerous. You spend so much time worrying about the pass game or the running back coming between the tackles. All of a sudden, here comes a speedster around the edge with a lot of momentum. Puts a lot of pressure on a defense, as you saw right there.
He's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Good enough for first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that 1st down completion. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw. It's Flores. Short connection to the tight end here. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. One down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. They're going to run it.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the receiver's got it. The gain is not enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
Coming up, 4th down.
Ready up.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 7, Ohio State 0.
Buckeyes will come to the line on 4th down looking to convert.
Easy.
Trying for a 4th down completion. This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop for the offense to pin back. Breaks loose at the 15. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Well, a good run here and a great reminder of what the Sooners are all about. And I know they've had quarterbacks that have gone on to win the Heisman in recent years, and Sam Bradford and Jason White and Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, all great players. But, man, I think Oklahoma, I still think of them running the football with Barry Switzer. Option play, pitching it to the backs. Billy Sims, who won the Heisman, but DeMarco Murray and, of course, Adrian Peterson, Marcus Dupree. So great history, not just a quarterback.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a 1st and goal.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Can't get to the end zone. They'll spot the ball at the 2.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
4th and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Oklahoma. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Here's the point after attempt. With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead.
That makes the score Oklahoma 14, Ohio State 0.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field, it's Flores. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this 3rd down a little bit more manageable. But it is 3rd and long. So this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, and pick up any potential blitzes here on 3rd and long.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
4th down coming up.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Going for a big play downfield. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. 1st down and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Escapes the sack. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
What a call with a play action down inside the 5-yard line. Completely froze the defense. Their eyes are in the backfield, locked in on the quarterback. They lost focus on where he might be throwing the football. Made it an easy read for the quarterback and a touchdown.
Point after, not right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Ohio State, 0.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. This has been a rough 1st half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire 1st half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. To throw, it's Flores. Quick throw to his receiver. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
That completion makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Third down, out of the shotgun. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Head coach stays aggressive after failing on the last 2 fourth down attempts. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down, looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
The defense has got to do a better job of communicating. That is a wide-open receiver. They catch a break by an errant throw by the quarterback.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Quarterback drops back. Makes a quick grab. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Snags the quick throw. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. The Sooners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
So they try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Attack on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The pass is intercepted. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Offense makes their way on the field. Handing off on the draw play. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
The Sooners look at a cash in the red zone. Grab behind the line, it's Woods. They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit, swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
4-2 Spider.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against the secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And they tack on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away.
35, Ohio State, 0.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Short pass finds the tight end, and the gain just good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Flores. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30.
Great timing here with the quarterback and the wide receiver. That receiver does a nice job of keeping his route vertical, and the quarterback's taught to put the ball away from the defender towards the boundary. Good adjustment by the receiver and a big play by the offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He's got some room. Can he get there? And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield, put the ball right on the back, and let him have all that space and an escort in front of him to pick up big yards.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Kicking team on now for the extra point. When they make the extra point, trail now 35-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Play action here on 1st down. The pocket breaking down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. Launching it. And he's got it. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
That's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? It's a quarterback keeper. The Sooners pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling.
It almost was like the quarterback just said to himself, I've got this. I'm going to find a way to pick up this first down. He gets the first, they keep the chains moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. He'll hand it off. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Running play called on 3rd and short. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's 3rd down and short. You trust your back and the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has, throwing a haymaker there at the finish of that play to pick up the first down.
And then 1st down, right back to the running game. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 35, Ohio State 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down. 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Gain of 1. It's now 3rd and goal.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now.
Come on, set.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Solid tackle. Able to get him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
To throw, it's Flores. Short throw complete to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, I've gotten so conditioned here now that we're in the fourth quarter to see this guy get the football and just get more positive yards. Finally this afternoon, the defense steps up, says enough is enough, and they come up with a nice tackle.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll take a deep shot here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down.
29 Philly.
Looking to pass. It's Flores. Gets hauled in here over the middle. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Pound 55 weak.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quick completion to the tight end. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
This defense reminds me of a group that just is all about preparation. They are completely dialed in on this play. Yeah, they give up the completion, but how about that? Nowhere to go after the catch.
2nd down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This quarterback on fire today.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
And he knocks through the PAT. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Ohio State, 14.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. They've got a big cushion here in the latter stages. Great feeling to be up big on the road. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. He made a nice play in the backfield.
They'll run it to the left. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And the Sooners will send their one team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disaster.
And here comes a deep shot. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
The shotgun running play call. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.